we had good chance to practice in the lower register there.
Yeah.
All right, we are at item 1.03, report by the Secretary of the Board on members elected. I hereby certify that the following individuals have been elected or acclaimed to sit as board members of the Upper Canada District School Board for the term of office December the 1st, 2014 through November 30th, 2018. These elections and acclamations have been duly certified by the clerk treasurers, returning officers of the municipalities concerned. Ward 1, Trustee Donald Cram, Beckwith, Carlton Place, and Mississippi Mills. Ward 2, Trustee William McPherson, Drummond, North Elmsley, Lanark Highlands, Montague, Perth, and Tay Valley. Ward 3, Trustee Susan Richards, Merrickville, Wolford, Rideau Lake, Smith Falls, and Westport. Ward 4, Trustee John McAllister, Athens, Elizabethtown, Kitley, Front of Young, Gananoque, Leeds, and the Thousand Islands. Ward 5, Trustee Jeff McMillan, Augusta, and Brockville. Ward 6, Lisa Swan, Edwardsburg Cardinal, North Grenville, and Prescott. Ward 7, Trustee Jeremy Armour, North Dundas and South Dundas. Ward 8, Trustee David McDonald, Cornwall. Ward 9, Trustee Wendy McPherson, North Glengarry, South Glengarry, North Stormont, South Stormont. Ward 10, Trustee Carol Karkner, Alfred Plantagenet, Castleman Champlain, Clarence Rockland, East Hawkesbury, Hawkesbury, Russell, the Nation Municipality. Signed, Charlotte Patterson, Secretary of the Board. We'll now address 1.04, which is declaration and affirmation of allegiance by members elected. We'd ask Justice Quigley to join us at the podium to swear in our trustees.
Thank you very much, Madam Director. She said, my name is Michael Quigley. I am the Justice of the Superior Court of Ontario, and I have chambers in Brockville. I also have one in Perth, but I'm here tonight in, it covers, this board covers both areas. It's an honor and a privilege. I don't have to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that. It's an honor and a privilege to be here this evening to administer the oath of office to the recently elected trustees for the Upper Canada School Board and our First Nations representative with the Akwesasne Mohawk Board of Education. Procedurally, I'd just like to say to you that I will invite each individual trustee and to come up, and I will at that time basically have them swear their declaration and affirmation of allegiance where applicable, and then I will invite Ms. Fraser or Ms. Patterson. Sorry, Ms. Patterson. I will invite Ms. Patterson to witness the affirmation. I want to thank Lisa Workman, Trustee Liaison Officer for the Board, in assisting me in preparing for this evening. In email communication from Lisa earlier this week, I could not help but notice the following words on the stationery of the Upper Canada School Board. And it says, Upper Canada Champions for Kids. Underneath that motto, the following words were printed. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Such an appropriate exhortation for a Board of Education. Surely the starting point in any educational endeavor is to recognize that the education of young people is a joint effort undertaken by parents, educators, and the children. In the words of Australian inspirational writer and speaker Matthew Kelly, the system must help students in becoming the best version of themselves. If you succeed in that undertaking, the next generation of leaders for this country will be secured. I commend each one of you who are prepared to make the commitment for the next 4 years to be counted on to exercise your responsibility as a trustee. It sounds trite, but it's never out of date. You are in the business of educating the next generation of leaders. It is an awesome responsibility. And Lisa, I want to say that my mistake in not referring to Charlotte Patterson as Miss Charlotte Patterson is my mistake alone, because I know nothing to do with Lisa. In fact, I was telling Charlotte earlier that I became a friend of her father many years ago. I won't tell you how many years ago. Anyway, let's start. Now, Charlotte, would you like to come up now to be part of this? All right. Donald Cram. Would Donald Cram please come forward? Good evening, Mr. Cram. Oh, you have your own. All right, that's good.
I, Donald Cramp, solemnly declare that I am not disqualified under any act from being a member of the Upper Canada District School Board. I solemnly declare that I will truly, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability execute the office of board member, and that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality of malversation or other undue execution of the said office, and that I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, as required by and in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I, Donald Cram, affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Now, Mr. Cram, I have a pen for you. This one here. That one there's fine. And Charlotte, you can sign.
Thank you.
Now, congratulations, Mr. Cram. You were duly sworn in as a member of the Upper Canada School Board. Susan Richards. Hello, Susan. How are you? You've got your own answer too.
I, Susan Richards, solemnly declare that I am not disqualified under any act from being a member of the Upper Canada District School Board. I solemnly declare that I will truly, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability execute the office of board member, and that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or malversation or any undue execution of the said office, and that I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, as required and in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I, Susan Richards, affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
There. Congratulations, Susan. You are now a fully fledged member of the board.
Thank you.
Over here?
Let's see, go over the microphone.
Okay. John McAllister. Would you like to
I, John McAllister, solemnly declare that I am not disqualified under any act from being a member of the Upper Canada District School Board. I solemnly swear that I will truly, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability execute the office of board member, and that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or malversation or any other undue execution of the said office, and that I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, as required by this, in accordance with this Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
Yes.
Or is it this one?
That's the one I will sign right there. Yes. No, that's not the one to sign.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, that's good. Yes, that's good.
Don't do this with me.
Congratulations, Mr. McAllister.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Jeff McMillan.
I, Jeff McMillan, solemnly declare that I am not disqualified under any act from being a member of the Upper Canada District School Board. I solemnly declare that I will truly, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability execute the office of board member, and that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of particular partiality or malversation or other undue execution of the said office, and that I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, as required by and in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I, Jeff McMillan, affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Now, Mr. McMillan, if you'd sign there. Congratulations, Mr. McMillan, for your election to the board.
Thank you.
As I was hearing the trustees read this declaration, thinking, these words had to be written by a lawyer. Could it not be said? I'm sure that the director could have devised a much simpler form. And not the director can't do it. This is one that's I just had the occasion of swearing in the new mayor and council in Smith Falls on Monday night, and it was similar wording to this, and so it's lawyer's work. It's legalese. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Lisa Swan.
I, Lisa Swan, solemnly declare that I am not disqualified under any act from being a member of the Upper Canada District School Board. I solemnly declare that I will truly, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability execute the office of board member, and that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or malversation or other undue execution of the said office, and that I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, as required by and in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I, Lisa Swan, affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty the Queen II.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Lisa.
very much.
Over here.
Thank you.
Jeremy Armour.
I, Jeremy Armour, solemnly declare that I am not disqualified under any act from being a member of the Upper Canada District School. I solemnly declare that I will truly, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability execute the office of board member, that I have not received any and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or malversation or other undue execution of the said office, and that I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, as required by and in accordance with the Municipal Conflict Interest Act. I, Jeremy Armour, affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Congratulations, Jeremy.
Thank you.
David McDonald. McDonald.
I, David McDonald, solemnly declare that I am not disqualified under any act from being a member of the Upper Canada District School Board. I solemnly declare that I will truly, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability execute the office of board member, and that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or malversation or other undue execution of the said office, and that I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, as required by and in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I, David McDonald, affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Wendy McPherson.
I, Wendy McPherson, solemnly declare that I am not disqualified under any act from being a member of the Upper Canada District School. I solemnly declare that I will truly, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability execute the office of board member, and that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or malversation of or other undue execution of the said office, and that I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, as required by and in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I, Wendy McPherson, affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Congratulations, Wendy. We're getting there. Carol Kartner.
I, Carol Kartner, solemnly declare that I am not disqualified under any act from being a member of the Upper Canada District School Board. I solemnly declare that I will truly, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability execute the office of board member, and that I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or malversation or other undue execution of the said office. And I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, as required by and in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I, Carol Kartner, affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Queen Elizabeth II, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Congratulations, Carol. You're now duly sworn in.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Peter Darrow. Hello, Mr. Darrow. Good. Nice to meet you.
Welcome back. I, Peter Garrow, solemnly declare that I am not disqualified under any act from being a member of the Upper Canada District School Board, and that I accept my position on the Upper Canada District School Board with a full respect for the people of our community, and I will strive to serve the people of Akwesasne faithfully, honestly, and with integrity. I will truly, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability execute the office of a member, and that I have not received or will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of any partiality or malversations or other undue execution of the said office,
and that I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, as required by and in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will faithfully and impartially carry out the duties of my office to the best of my ability, and I will strive to promote the best interests of the people of Akwesasne. In performing the duties of a member of the Upper Canada District School Board, I will strive to use my best efforts in doing what I believe is the best interest of its students, teachers, staff, and administration.
Congratulations. Group hug. Congratulations.
Justice Quigley, on behalf of the Upper Canada District School Board, I want to thank you very much for being with us this evening and leading us through this solemn exercise, which is so special to the trustees of the school board. I know that we're all looking forward to working together over the next 4 years, and when I saw on the sheet that the term ends in 2018, I guess in some ways that seems so far away, but in other ways it's just right around the corner. So there's much work to be done, and we look forward to doing it together, and we thank you for the part that you played this evening.
Thank you.
On behalf of the board, please accept this token of our appreciation.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, Ms. Patterson, 4 years goes by very quickly. When I received the information the other day, I called from my judicial assistant that Lisa Workman had called, asking me to swear in the board again. I said, I can't believe that 4 years has gone by since I was in this very room. And it's special to me because, as I mentioned the last time I swore the trustees in, I was a member 30 years ago of a predecessor board in Lanark. And I was looking the other day at the number of people whom I served with who are not around now. And I appreciated my time there, and unfortunately, I will not be able to be back in 4 years because 4 years in December will be a few months beyond my mandatory retirement age. So there will be some other judge here in 4 years. And thank you very much. I'm going to hand these to Lisa. Okay. Can you all witness that I've given these declarations?
She's right behind you.
It wouldn't be the first time that I walked out with it. Yeah? So, thank you.
Thank you, Justice Quigley. Good night. All right, we now move on to item 1.05, ratification of appointment of an Akwesasne First Nations representative to the board. We need a a motion that the Upper Canada District School Board ratify the appointment of Peter Garrell as the First Nations representative of the Akwesasne-Mohawk Board of Education, AMBE, on the board to sit as a full board member from December the 1st, 2014 to November the 30th, 2018, subject to the provisions of the Education Act, Section 188 and Regulation 462/97. Do we have a mover? Trustee McMillan. A seconder? Trustee McAllister. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. All right, now we are at 1.06, which is election of the chair. I have received the following nominations for chair. David McDonald nominates Jeff McMillan for the position of chair of the Upper Canada District School Board. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? There being no further nominations, may I have a motion that nominations for the position of chair be closed? Moved by Trustee McDonald, seconded by Trustee Garrow. All in favor? Opposed? The motion carries. You are now in charge.
Thank you so much.
I think.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate your support and confidence. I will speak a little bit later because I know there are two other positions who don't want to listen to me right now. We'd like to get those started. So thank you so much. We're moving now to the next item on the agenda, which is the looking at the position of the first vice chair. I have received following nomination. It is Peter Garrell, nominate Carol Kartner for the position of first vice chair of the Upper Canada District School Board. I'm going to call for further nominations. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Being that there are no further nominations, may I have a motion that the nomination for the first vice chair be closed? Moved by Trustee McDonald, seconded by Trustee Richards. All in favor? Opposed? Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Would you like to move up front? Moving on to the position of second vice chair, I have received the following nominations for second vice chair. I, Carol Kartner, nominate David McDonald for the position of second vice chair of the Upper Canada School Board. I call for further nominations. Are there further nominations? Are there further nominations? Are there further nominations? There being no further nominations, may I have a motion that the nomination for the position of second vice chair be closed? Trustee Kartner, Trustee Richards, all in favor? Opposed? It carries. Congratulations. We'll do the nominations. As the chair, the appointment of the nomination committee, what I'm going to do is carry on with the way it has been done in the past. The nomination committee will be composed of myself, and the first and second vice chair. We will sit down very, very soon and go through the requests that you folks have made, and you will be notified as soon as possible as to what committees you'll be serving on. Okay. So, before I say my thing, I'm going to ask both of my vice chairs if either one of you would like to say anything.
Well, thank you very much, everyone. I think it shows a really good team effort whenever we don't have elections and people are acclaimed to offices. I think it shows that we're all ready to work together and for the students, and what we learned yesterday is for the board, and of course the board works for the teachers and the students in their schools. So I just want to thank you all for your vote of confidence, and I'll do the best that I can to support both Jeff and David as part of the Management Council, and I look forward to working with the senior staff and of course our Director Charlotte. We have a great team, and I think together we'll do great things for Upper Canada. So thank you.
Thank you. Officially, I want to welcome the new trustees at the board table. It certainly is an honor to have you serve with us on the Upper Canada District School Board. To the returning colleagues, friends, it's nice to have you back. And it seems like only last week we were here. It was last week we were here. That'll happen over the course of the next 4 years. So I look forward to serving in this capacity again for the next few years, and I look forward to working with you, Carol, and Jeff. I've learned a lot from you over the past few years, as you being first place, and I think it's an excellent choice for our board to have you in a position of chair. So I look forward to the next few years and the leadership that you're going to bring to this table. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. 4 years ago, I asked you to consider me as chair of this board. And I would like to think that that was a courageous move on my part, but truthfully, it was a very naive move. Like Wendy and Donald and Jeremy, I was new. Lots of experience in education, but new in my role as trustee and new in my role dealing with governance. And I came to realize very quickly how complex the role of chair is. I became quickly aware that for me to have any impact, I had to first earn the trust of my fellow trustees, both new and experienced. And I had to do that through my actions. At this point, I really need to thank our former chair, Greg. I'm sure Greg is tuned in. I need to thank Greg for his leadership and for giving me the opportunity to earn your trust. Greg has that unique ability of seeing the best in everyone and recognizing the skills that each trustee brings to the table. All of us represent the best interests of our local communities. However, we must all work together to represent the best interests of the Upper Canada School Board, and in doing this, we represent the best interests of all of our students, in all of our schools, in all of our communities. As Vice Chair, former Chair as well, David McDonald, so accurately stated, all means all, and that applies to us as well. There will be differences of opinion, there will be debate, but I can assure you that through all of this, the best interests of our board and of our students will always be the first thing in our minds. I want to take this moment to welcome the new trustees to the table. Each one of you bring a special skill set to the board, and we are eager to work with you. We have a challenging road ahead of us, and we move forward with a strong strategic plan, student-centered goals, and a competent staff to make our school board the best that it can be. Through the hard work of Greg and David McDonald and all of the members of the accountability framework, we have created a process that includes key result indicators that enhances what we are striving to achieve in our strategic plan. And I'm excited at the possibilities that lie before us. We have some serious work ahead. Selecting a new director is an extremely important assignment. We must bring a director into our board who can lead us forward with a clear vision of the future of education. I want to take this moment, though, to thank Charlotte for the work that she is doing for us. Charlotte is a person of honesty and true integrity, and we thank you for giving up your short retirement and returning to us. You're doing an amazing job, and we are so proud to have you here. Student achievement is one of our main goals as trustees, and we must do our very best to set direction that will help our students move forward in their educational journey. We all want to see our students do well on standardized tests such as EQAO. We have so many of our students who are very, very close to reaching that magic level of level 3. Everything must be done to help our students reach that goal. However, I do want to stress that these scores are not a complete picture of what our students can do and do not reflect the wonderful things that are happening in our classrooms in every school in our board. Our students are so much more than a number. With declining enrollment, we must also face the challenge of providing the best possible learning experiences for all of our students. We will need to be creative in how we provide educational programs to our students, and we must ask ourselves, how can we put the best interests of our learners at the forefront of the declining enrollment discussion? Yes, we have a heavy road ahead of us, but as I look around this table, I feel confident that we can accomplish what lies before us. I thank you so much for your support and for your belief in me, and I thank Greg for the experience he has given me over the last 3 years as I served as vice chair. I'm very excited for the journey that lies before us. Thank you, every one of you, for being part of this very special team. I'm going to turn this over to Director Patterson.
Thank you, Chair McMillan. It was interesting that you referenced former Chair Petersma in your address, because he asked that we extend his congratulations, and in order to celebrate your new positions, he asked that we present you with these various gifts.
Afraid what's coming.
This is for Carol Karkner, first vice chair.
Thank you.
And this is for David McDonald, our second vice chair. And this is Chair Jeff McMillan. And I would suggest that it would be appropriate to open these gifts at the table.
For the new trustees, and I apologize for the rest of us who know the story. Last year, when some of us were down in New Orleans at the National School Board Conference, we had some spare time, and we went to one of the plantations. And at the plantation, they gave us a tour, and just one of those beautiful, stately things, you know, Gone with the Wind type places. And one of the rooms we walked into, there was a pineapple sitting on the table. And we asked what was significant about a pineapple. And they told us that back in the day, that when people would come to visit at the plantation, it was not like today where we would pop in for a couple hours and leave. They would come and stay for a considerable amount of time. So what they would do upon your arrival is they would give you a pineapple. And when you had overstayed your welcome, you were given a second pineapple. So Greg has served us tonight our first pineapple. When the second pineapple appears in front of me, I know I'm finished. And I leave that in your hands. Greg, you're watching, I'm sure. Thank you so much. This is special. Thanks. This brings us to, let me say this. You know, I think, I could be wrong, but I think in the last 4 years, I know I did not miss one meeting. I was here and never missed one meeting in 4 years. Also, I adjourned every meeting for the last 4 years. Greg would always turn and he'd say, motion to adjourn. Trustee McMillan, seconded by, I didn't even have to put my hand up after a while. It was just me adjourning the meeting. So I've done that for 4 years faithfully and never missed one. But I can't do that now as the chair. So I need to find a new person who's going to adjourn. But I won't do it tonight. But I want you to think about who wants to be the next Iron Man. All right. Again, before we do adjourn, I thank every one of you for the contributions you make. The new trustees, this will be one of the most rewarding experiences you'll have in your life, because we are impacting the lives of children, the lives of people who are going to change the world. And we have the ability to be a part of that. So thank you so much for having the courage to put your name and run. And on behalf of myself and my first and second vice chair, as Carol said, having the three of us acclaim shows support, shows confidence in us, and I think we're off to some great things. I need a motion to adjourn. It must be just the vice chair thing. Trustee Kartner, seconded by Trustee Swan. Those in favor? Opposed? Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you in a week.